Hello, and welcome to MoviePod, a Reclaimed Cinema podcast. The Super Bowl is this week, so we're talking about a high school football film that got a pretty mixed reception for being pretty cliched. However, despite being cliched, it inspired a lot of other coming-of-age films that are a little bit cliched as well, and it has a cult following around it. So, this is also a film that even the name for it has been used by the FBI as part of a codename for criminal investigation. So we're talking about Varsity Blues today, directed by Brian Robbins. And since we're discussing a 1989 high school coming-of-age movie, I'm bringing back my buddy Jake from the American Pie episode. How's it going, Jake?
Doing great. Happy to continue echoing the greatness of the late 90s high school comedy, drama, whatever you want to call this.
Movies with, like, same year. So it's like the soundtracks are kind of insane, too. Like, pretty big soundtracks.
It's movies you've seen without even having seen them. Like, it hits all the notes that you'd expect in this type of movie.
Yeah, like, there's women don't talk to each other, very white movies.
Yeah, the white teenager and their, endless struggles.
Very, very horny movies.
Oh, definitely. There's some shirtless action in this and then some awooga moments, so yeah.
Yeah. So I would ask you what your experience with Varsity Blues is, but I think when we talked about doing this episode, neither of us have seen this movie before.
Yeah, I had not seen this, but as I said, spiritually, I felt like I had seen it, and there are some callbacks to this movie in movies from the last 25 years, so I had felt like I experienced it.
Like, I've seen another teen movie a bunch of times, and that movie's directly parodying this one, including having one of the same actors play pretty much the same character.
Oh, yes, absolutely. There's definitely like a shot for shot more than once.
Yeah, and yeah, it is like, I agree. It is a very, very cliched movie. I don't think it fully works as a movie, but yeah, there's a lot of people, like, looking online, people consider this to be like one of the classic, like, high school movies of the 90s. Like, people put it like up there kind of with like American Pie and stuff. I think American Pie is a way more interesting movie just because it is a lot funnier. This one is, I felt like Varsity Blues, like, it's tonally all over the place, and it's like there's some funny parts to it, there's some dramatic parts to it. I don't think the dramatic parts work that well in the movie.
Yeah, it's definitely not too deep, and like you don't really attach on to really much of the drama that's going on, because like even some of the things they build up, as we'll talk about, they're kind of like, oh, this is terrible, and then something happens, and then they're doing the next thing anyway. So
yeah, it's like just a lot of scenes just kind of thrown together almost, and reviewers back then called it cliche, like Roger Ebert. So like individual scenes work really well, but like they don't really build up to too much dramatically or like really in a satisfying manner.
Absolutely. It as I mentioned to you, I think it really does feel like this movie might have been its own series at one point, and they just took like the back half of a season and just crammed it into whatever the runtime of this is, an hour 45, I think. Mm-hmm. And then left out a lot of the character development and, the other things that might make you latch on a little stronger.
Yeah, like, they've tried a couple times to make this into a TV show. Like, back in 2002, there was an attempt to make it a TV show. And then, like, I think even as early as, like, 2017, like, they were trying to make us do a TV show as well. And, like, Friday Night Lights, the TV show and movie, are clearly, like, influenced by this as well. And Friday Night Lights is, like, as a TV show, it was able to kind of flesh out the characters a lot more. It has, like, a lot of the very small town Texas and how this is a town that's very hooked on football. And that's, like, the thing that a lot of people like in retrospect of this movie is, like, how it, sure, like, the dialogue's clumsy, the drama's clumsy, but it does have something pretty authentic to the small town experience of Texas and being the whole town being all in on this one sport.
I would agree to that. Like, there's something, I'm not sure if comforting is the right word, but it does feel a little cozy at times, and I could see why someone would just like flick this movie on every now and again.
Mm-hmm. I might mention Friday Night Lights a fair amount because I absolutely love that TV show, and I think it's a really good movie. Have you seen the movie or TV show?
I've seen a couple episodes of the TV show. And there's definitely a bit of overlap in tone and other things, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun one for you and your wife to watch. I think the football is, like, I watched it before I even got into football. So, like, I was hooked on it, like, and then I got into football afterwards and rewatched the show. Like, oh, like, of course, like, the football scenes, even in this movie, like, it's such, like, the style of football they're playing is so, like, it's so like not like real football at all.
Oh, it's crazy. They might as well be flying through the air at some points in this movie.
They are flying through it's like playing NFL Blitz. It's like not real football at all.
People are definitely like horizontal 6 feet in the air at some point. Like it feels like they're like human missiles just flying all over the place. It's bonkers.
Yeah, it's like it's so funny because like I only got into football like maybe like a decade ago kind of thing. Actually a bit longer than that. But like I never grew up playing football or watching football. So like watching these movies, like, oh, like, I thought this was kind of like, movies like this, I thought, like, oh, that's what football's probably like. But, like, it's funny with football movies, it's like, they always, even Friday Night Lights, like, as a TV show, like, it's always, like, one side of the ball they focus on. Like, there's never a defensive player who's, like, a main character.
Yeah, they're like, okay, so we love this team. There's only 3 players that we'll ever see, but...
And, like, it's funny because, like, a basketball movie or like a baseball movie, like, you can kind of focus on a few players that kind of make sense for the game. With football, with like, professionally, there's like 52 players on a roster, 53 people on a roster.
Yeah,
and, like,
absolutely.
Maybe in high school it's maybe like 30 something, but like it's like 5 people at a time, and like they don't give a shit about the smaller players. You never like really have like the placeholder be a great character unless it's like a big joke or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's like someone might get played up for laughs if they're the kicker or whatever, but they don't really get any sort of formal role or anything noteworthy.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so like it comes to like production of this movie, so like there's not much information I could find about it. It's written by W. Peter Iliff, who he's from Texas, so probably a lot of the I think he's from Dallas, and so like he probably understands what like all this football is for like in the state, because Texas is extremely into football.
Oh, absolutely, and like I have no doubt that there's hundreds of towns just like West Caan here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this guy he also wrote Point Break, which is an awesome movie.
Whoa, that's a gear shift.
Mm-hmm. So like probably a lot of the Johnny Utah from that movie is like him being a big football star. Which,
Totally.
Like, it's kind of funny, both like Johnny Utah, like Keanu Reeves, and James Vanderbeek being quarterbacks. Like they don't seem like the right size for it at all.
No, they're definitely just like, okay, we're casting this person regardless of believability on that.
Like Paul Walker, he makes sense as a quarterback. Like,
oh yeah, got the classic good boy look, and he's tall enough, and yeah, definitely.
And the film's directed by Brian Robbins. Jake, he's the lead actor from Chud 2, Bud the Chud.
Oh, Bud the Chud, of course. That is definitely in my wheelhouse. Bud the Chud. It's a bit of a low point in the Chud universe, but
I got to get you on to talk about Chud or Bud the Chud, or both movies.
Oh, we could do a Chud feature, that's for sure.
Yeah. Robbins just come off directing Good Burger, which is a lot of people like that movie a lot. I never really grew up with Keenan and Kel at all, so like don't care about it too much.
I think that one also falls under like the nostalgic cult film. I'm the same way. I never really was into like those Nickelodeon and etc. based movies, so I don't have the same fondness for them. But yeah. I kind of get why people do.
And like he would also like later direct like Norbit, which is an awful movie, up for an Oscar for makeup though. And he also directed Hardball with Keanu Reeves.
Okay, so he had the Keanu connection there.
And then he kept going with Nickelodeon and became a studio executive, and who would later lead Paramount Global as a CEO and was president of Nickelodeon for a while.
Man, he really got big for his britches then from this. Okay, all right, I respect it.
Yeah. So, like, other than that, like, it's just, like, there's not, like, some, like, doesn't seem like it was a very troubled production, except for Paul Walker breaking his leg at one point.
Oh, that's appropriate.
Yeah, so the cast in this movie for him was real.
Excellent. You got to commit to the role.
But, yeah, so, like, let's just get into the movie itself. So, opens out the Paramount logo there. And then, because it's an MTV production, we get the MTV Moon Man flying over.
Yeah, that just takes you right back. It's perfect.
So this is like an early MTV movie, so expectations for what could be pretty low. So I think people are kind of like, whoa, MTV made a movie that's like, it's targeting a very teen demographic and everything. The music is off the charts, which is probably like, big reason why, MTV in the 90s, like, they're still doing music back then.
Oh, yeah. As soon as you see that logo, this thing must have had a baller soundtrack. They definitely had to get the music right, or else what are they doing?
Mm-hmm. And then we it says Varsity Blues, and like the Texas flag is waving in the background behind it. And we open up some like shots of a sleepy town. It's a fictional West Caan, Texas. And we get some voiceover from our lead character, Mox, played by James Vanderbeek. And so, like, I could do the accents and stuff, but like, everyone sounds like Forrest Gump in this movie.
Yeah, they're all just kind of speaking slowly rather than really like a Texas twang, I found. Yeah. But there's some people that are really reaching for it.
And I think James Vanderbeek's one of them. Like, the guy's from Connecticut. And, like, I like James Vanderbeek overall. I watched a decent number of episodes of Dawson's Creek. I think he's absolutely hilarious in playing himself in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. But he's not, like, the most, like, explosive actor to watch.
Yeah, and he's pretty subdued, I would say.
Yeah, and like he's playing this as like almost such like a dopey character, and like it's so funny that like he's supposed to be like, I feel like the movie's trying to present him as being some big intellectual, and like even like the Wikipedia summary for this movie says like Jonathan Mox, who's like a gifted and smart kid, and like I don't know, like you see him like he's opening up the movie and like he's like reading a Kurt Vonnegut book. He's reading a Kurt Vonnegut later on. He's the only guy in the movie that's reading books. So I guess that means he's a genius and deserves a full ride to Brown.
Yeah, he talks about a scholarship, like, but there's not really any like he doesn't do anything that makes me be like, oh yeah, this guy's like a child genius or smart. I guess.
Yeah. Like the opening narration is insane because it's like, oh, in America, we have laws. I'm like, okay, sure, buddy. He's like, laws against killing, laws against stealing. Except if you live in society, you will live by these laws. And West Caan, there's a society with its own laws. Football is a way of life.
Football is a way of life. When I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm dialing in now.
Yeah. And, like, we see him, like, him and, like, his friend Billy Bob, like they're like little kids, like all like videotape them playing football as like wee children getting concussions and stuff. Like,
oh, seeing little kids in like full football garb with like the massive shoulder pads will always make me laugh. It doesn't matter if they're good at it or not. The proportions are like just so goofy. I love it.
I love it. And like I think even back in like the 90s, like the shoulder pads were even bulkier back then, like than they are now. Like I think they really shrunk the gear down.
That would make sense because they look like bobbleheads, but funnier.
Like even like early 2000s, like looking at some of the old Tom Brady Super Bowls, like it's like the biggest, bulkiest shoulders possible, but when it's the little kids doing it, you're right. The proportions are so funny.
It's like how do they not just topple over? It just tickles me in a way. I love it.
Yeah, and like part of the voiceover narration is like the thing about football is you got to win at all costs, and he's like thinking about this while he's like lying in his bed reading Kurt Vonnegut book. He's listening on the radio about the upcoming football game that's going on. Which like big thing in this movie is they're talking about football on the radio a lot, which seems pretty realistic. A lot when I say realistic, it means like I saw on the show Friday Night Lights, so I assume it's real.
Yeah, like as they kind of say, like it seems football is the only thing this town has going for it. Mm-hmm. For entertainment, for aspirations, it's really the only thing there. It is their way of life.
And like we both like went to high school together, and like but we're in Canada, so like football was not. We had a football team, but it wasn't as big of a deal. Like it almost seemed as important as like the volleyball team. Like,
yeah, it certainly wasn't. We didn't have a billboard with our high school quarterback on it.
No, yeah, and like I remember a bunch of guys on the football team got suspended for like smoking weed or something.
That sounds about right to me.
Yeah, like I can name names, but I won't on air. But yeah, like it was just like we had like some buyouts to watch some football games and stuff, but like we just didn't have like the big passion for the sport. Like, and like there's some football even in our city. Like there's some schools that are more big into football. Like a guy I went to elementary school with, Matt Uren, he went to the Catholic school near us instead because they had a better football program, and he actually got drafted in the CFL as a wide receiver. I don't think he ended up playing, but he got drafted in like pretty late.
Yeah, that's still pretty big deal. But as you say, like those pockets are out there, but there's definitely a bit of a cultural disconnect from where we are to West Caan.
Like we in London, like Chase and Sidney Brown from the NFL, like they're both from our city, and like they moved from London, Ontario to like down in Florida because like if you're going to become big into football, you got to move down to the States.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the way of life.
I think even one of the guys who was like on our team, his family moved to Texas because he wanted get more into football, but like never heard about him after that.
Yeah, I know there's a couple from the university that have also been scouted and gone down there, but yeah, as you say, most of them just sort of vanish or don't develop anymore.
Yeah, because like also like Canadian football is such a different sport than American football. Like that, like there's some transferable skills, but also like you never really people kind of fall back to Canadian football. No one really goes from Canadian football to like
it's
American
yeah
football.
incredibly uncommon to go CFL to NFL.
Mm-hmm. And so like as he's like reading his Vonnegut book in his room, his like annoying little brother Kyle, like his running bit in this movie, he's like trying out different religions. So you see some like shitty like 8-year-old kid, like he's like tied himself to a cross and stuff, and like talking about like sacrifices and such, and like he's just like I don't know, this runner didn't find it funny at all.
I was stunned when this scene started. I had no idea what was going on. Like I thought this was just a typical Monday for this kid, I thought he was like getting bullied. No, this is just something that they put in the movie to have his character do. It is so crazy.
It's bizarre comic relief, and like even at the breakfast table, their dad's really annoyed by the brother's cross too, because he's like trying to use like Fruit Loops or something, and his hands are tied to the cross.
Yeah, and his mom's like, "Oh, he's just experimenting, honey." Like it's so weird way to try and do comic relief.
And like he's like doing like experimenting with like Nation of Islam stuff later on. I'm pretty sure if like you experiment with a lot of religions in small town Texas, you're probably gonna get burned at a cross.
I thought the exact same thing. Like as soon as it was away from Jesus, I was like, I think you're gonna be turning a lot of heads that you don't want to be turning here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the breakfast table, Mox's dad, Mox James Vanderbeek's character, like he's like, did you pray before pray for the game tonight? And like he's kind of like his son's so Mox is the backup quarterback to Lance Harbor, who's like the star quarterback in town, played by Paul Walker. And this dad I hate this dad character so much, where he wants to basically relive his like childhood through his son being in football. Was kind of pissed off that his son is just a backup.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty oppressive role. Like he trying to vicariously live, and he kind of knows his son's not interested, but just not hearing any of it. Like he's going to force him to be. And
so the pep rally is about to start. So his friend Billy Bob comes here to pick him up in his truck. So Billy Bob's played by Rob Lester. This guy, he's a huge guy, like, physically huge.
Real big.
Yeah. And like apparently so Rob Lester, he died of kidney failure not too long ago, but apparently like after this movie, he used some of the money he got for this movie to pay for a gastric bypass and lost like a shit ton of weight.
I did see like his IMDb page after, which was obviously more recent than 99. And I was like, oh wow, yeah, he really dropped a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. But in this movie, they play this character for so many fat jokes. Like in the truck on the way to school, like Billy Bob, he's guzzling maple syrup in the truck like it was beer,
straight from the bottle. Yeah, on a hot day.
A very hot day. Yeah, they're all sweating and stuff, and like he's like, he's the offensive guard for the football team, which are bigger guys, of course, and like they put on some weight, but like this guy is just doing some comic fat guy shit. Like has a pet pig in the truck too. This pig's name is Bacon, and Billy Bob, like he has like a thing of peanut butter in the cup holder, and he's like dipping pancakes into it.
An entire pancake at a time. Yeah, he's, as I said, he's kind of the dopey farm boy type, but they just play him for fat jokes the whole time. I do like the pig name though. I gotta love Bacon, that's for sure.
And so they pick up the QB Lance Harbor, played by Paul Walker, of course, the late great Paul Walker.
Rip.
And he has a giant billboard in front of his own house for himself.
It's very, as I said, in any other town of any size, I think it would be weird, but they just seem to love their quarterbacks here, so sure. Mm-hmm. This is where I live. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Like my Friday Night Lights knowledge like shows that like, they would have like smaller little like things like in front of their house, like saying like, this is where the player lives. But it's like kind of like the same thing of having like, I don't know, like a roofing company put their sign on your lawn saying like, come get your roofing from us. Like it's not like as like a huge billboard. And it's like even like it's when he's like coming up his house, like it's like heroic music. The way he's framed is supposed to be like, he's a superhero kind of thing. And like it's played almost comedically. Like this movie is shot in such a bizarre way that like it's almost plays like a parody. Like the fact that not another teen movie it feels a lot like not another teen movie, just in how like comedic it is.
Absolutely. Like, they have him come out and he kind of like stares into the rising sun. It's a really low angle looking up at him, and he's just bathed in sunlight like some god character.
Yeah. And like, Nice Guys finished last, but Green Day starts playing, and they're picking up the next guy who's a tweeter played by Scott Caan. And
that was one thing I was going to say. I do not believe for a second that these kids from, Nowheresville, Texas are listening to Green Day. They've got to be listening to like hard country or, like outlaw rock. Like, I couldn't see a punk thing like Green Day. But I think that's the MTV influence for sure.
Yeah, the soundtrack is entertaining, but like, it doesn't really seem to fit this specific. For how authentic they try to get that small town Texas, I don't think it really fits. The soundtrack doesn't really fit.
Yeah, I don't think the guy in the lifted truck has a Green Day cassette with him.
Yeah. And so Tweeter's whole thing is he's like a horny as fuck guy, and he's like very cocky, and he's like, he needs to get some ass. Like, he's like, I'm gonna fuck your pig even, like in the truck. Like,
yeah, that's the bold way to start the day, I gotta say.
Yeah. Just like, don't fuck my pet pig before I've had my coffee, please. I've only guzzled down all my maple syrup now. I haven't even had my caffeine.
I haven't moved on to the caffeine yet, just the sugar.
So it's the pep rally going on, and John Voight, he's playing Coach Kilmer, and this guy is like a tyrant, and he's going on about how they're going to beat Bingville.
Game. Like, they couldn't think of a less goofy name for their opponent here, but it's just like, you're right. He is rather tyrannical.
Yeah, like Bingville.
When he talks,
I was like,
everyone listens.
Like, I thought like Bingville, like, is this like a name of a real place or something like that, or is like in Texas, like maybe it's like. But like, no, it's not. It's a completely made up thing. Like, all the places in this movie are completely made up.
They definitely were just putting random letters together and being like, Bingville, sure, that'll work.
Do you think this is where the search engine got it from, Bing?
You know what? I'm gonna say yes, because Bingville has to be known for something. So if it gave rise to the clearly superior search engine Bing, then let's give it to them.
So Coach Kilmer is going on about like how he's been here for 30 damn years, and he's like won 2 state titles and he's won 22 district championships. And like, so like, part of me is like, okay, well, like, if you've been here for 30 years, so coaches one small high school football team, like, shouldn't you have like gone up to, eventually risen the ranks, gone to college, something like that, coach college, does something different? Like, why is this guy kind of stuck around the small town?
Yeah, he makes it seem like he has this amazing record, which, I mean, I guess he does, but it's like, and yeah, I'm still here, limping by with football teams. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he hates himself for it or loves himself for it. It's not really clear.
He doesn't get any like kind of real like humanity until like the very, very end of the movie. But that's only because like John Voight's a good actor. But like, you can see how if this were fleshed out into like a longer movie or TV or something like that, you might see like he has some like deeper roots to the town or something like that. Like he might have a doesn't want to move or something like that. The game's gone past him, but this guy is just a tyrant. There's like not really any redeemable qualities for this guy whatsoever.
Yeah, it kind of comes out that he also coached this team's parents when they were in high school and was equally mean then. So I guess he's just a jerk.
Yeah, and like he says he only has like Mox on the team as a backup quarterback because like his father played for him.
Which, yeah, he's pretty critical of Mox's skills, and so is everyone else in town. So I don't even know why just put him in a different position. Don't have him a quarterback then.
Yeah, like put him as safety or something. Like I don't know, like anything else. Like this guy is like. Is it because James Van Der Beek's the smartest guy in town because he knows how to string a sentence together or read a book?
He can read a whole book.
Yeah, like he might know the plays kind of thing. Like it's like, but even like. I don't know, like Lance, like Paul Walker, like he's not really portrayed as like a dumb character or even really a character at all. Like he's just kind of like doesn't really have much of a personality. But it's not like he's a cocky guy, but it's not like he's like a bully or something. Like doesn't seem much of a difference in the way that like Paul Walker conducts himself as a quarterback and James Van Der Beek conducts himself as a quarterback.
I agree. Like if I hadn't watched this movie and had just heard what it's about, I'd be like, oh yeah, the primary quarterback, he must be like the dick, the big jock who thinks he's better. But no, he's a good quarterback. Apparently, but he doesn't really have anything else besides that. He smiles at everyone and he's like, yeah, we're going to beat the other team. Let's go. And that's really all you get out of him.
And like all the girls are horny for this guy too. Like when he talks to the pep rally, like he's like, I was lying in bed last night and all the girls freak the fuck out.
Yeah, that gets him going.
Yeah. And he's like, had a dream that they won like 14-3, but he's like, oh, but I knew it was just a dream, so we're going to win by a lot more than that. But like,
and all the girls pout when he's like, I woke up sad, and they're like, oh.
Ali Larter plays like what's her name again? Plays like the cheerleader who's like dating Lance.
Lance's girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah, Lance's girlfriend, Darcy, yeah. And so she's like having the cheerleader squad, so like she's like, happy looking upon him. And then we cut to James Van Der Beek and his girlfriend Julie, played by Amy Smart, outside, like, just talking about whatever. And she's not into football like the rest of the town is. And do you notice how big James Van Der Beek's pants were in the scene?
There was a lot going on in this scene, like the way they talk. But yeah, James Van Der Beek has like the super wide leg pants with the carpenter belt thing on it for the hammer. Like, it is a hideous outfit.
Yeah. It's very, very nice. It's not quite Jenko jeans, but like it is just like the biggest pants possible.
They are enormous. And like he's got his hands at his side and it just looks, again, it's the weird proportion thing. Maybe he learned it from his time as a baby football player. But
yeah, like I don't like Amy Smart, like, she's she's like, I don't know, in her movies, like in the movies that she's been in, like I've never been like, oh wow, Amy Smart's in this. Like she's like just fine as an actress, I think. Like she doesn't really
I'm kind of the same. Really the only movie I ever associate with her is Crank. So seeing her as like somewhat sane in any other movie, I just like, oh right, she's a person.
Yeah, like I mostly know her from like Road Trip, Rat Race, season 5 of Justified.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she and Raylan Givens were dating for a bit.
I forgot about Rat Race too.
Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, like I don't think she's good in this movie. She doesn't really have much to do. Like the women in this movie have nothing really to do. They have no real interior at all. And like the fact that like, Ali Larter's whole thing is she's trying to get the fuck out of this town. I'm like, I don't know, just like apply for a job in a different city. Like,
yeah, or apply for a smaller college or something. Yeah, she just seems to. We'll get to that. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so like it's before the big game, or not the big game. They treat every game like it's the big game, but this is just like the start of the season or something. And like in the locker room, like Scott Caan tweeters like being a real cocky bash in the room, and then he Van Der Beek like kind of looks in and sees that they're the coach and the medical staff, they're injecting something into Paul Walker's knee, and John Voight just like shuts the door on him before. So like, don't look at what we're doing right now. And so now the game against Bingville plays.
Bingville,
and
yeah.
Now we're getting like the players are literally flipping over one another.
Yeah, it's craziness. Like as I said, it's like more acrobatics than it is football because they're like they might as well be doing cartwheels out there.
Yeah, and so like apparently James Van Der Beek played some quarterback in like. When he's played football when he was a little kid and stuff, but a lot of the scenes when someone's actually throwing a quarterback, they like sub in like University of Texas this quarterback at the point in time. You know this guy's name was who like played quarterback for as like a stand-in in this movie.
Oh, please lay it on me.
Major Applewhite.
Come on, like that's going into the East-West Bowl with.
Yeah. And everyone at home, I'm gonna just DM this to you, Jake. His Wikipedia page, his photo on it.
Oh, I have got to see this. Oh man, nice.
He's doing the shocker with his fingers.
What a legend.
Yeah, so this guy was like a quarterback for the Texas Longhorns, and like apparently he's still a college coach, but like Major Applewhite, like what a name.
Like they could have just taken one of those names for the characters in this movie and it would have been.
Yeah. And like during one of these football scenes is like where Paul Walker broke his leg during filming.
Oh, it was an actual football related injury.
I think so. I couldn't find anything specific about when he broke his leg. But yeah, so like during this football game, like they're winning this game against Bingville, and Van Der Beek has like the playbook in front of him, and like he has another book in front of him, probably another Vonnegut book within the playbook. He's reading like someone trying to sneak reading a porno magazine in class.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be anything but a Vonnegut novel.
Yeah. Like, it's funny because, like, if this guy's supposed to be, a big smart guy, he's only reading one author. Like, he's, like, one of those people that only reads J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter. Like,
yeah, I'm a reader.
Yeah.
I've read all the Heated Rivalry books.
There's got to be a like a football equivalent of that right now.
Oh,
Right? Or someone's got to be
guaranteed.
writing that.
It's in the works, if not, yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be like a wide receiver and cornerback, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's got to be the hate love, you know.
Yeah, and so during this game, like Billy Bob is just trucking through guys. What's also insane, so Billy Bob, his jersey number is 69. Like, haha, 69, funny. But also, it just says Billy Bob on the back of it. Doesn't have his last name.
Yeah, that I thought was interesting too.
Like, is Billy Bob just as like I'm not seeing any like on IMDb, on Wikipedia. I think even the credit is just Billy Bob. It's not like Billy Bob Hansen or something. It's just Billy Bob. Like maybe his first name was like Charles and his last name is Billy Bob.
That, you know what? Given the other names in this town, I'd believe it.
Yeah.
Or he's just emancipated himself and only goes by the one name now.
Yeah. It's kind of like Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets very, very concussed during this game, and I think this is before they knew what concussions were.
Yeah, they kind of just sort of wave it off. They're like, oh yeah, he's a little spun around, but he'll be fine. They give him a bit of smelling salts to wake him up. And
And like they like do the whole like how many fingers am I holding up? And like they're like, oh, you can't do like, you know, how many fingers are holding up? You gotta be true or false. Are you holding up fingers?
Yeah, they really, really kind of blur the edges of what they should be doing here.
And like it's not even like the coach doing this. I think it's Paul Walker or Vanderbeek doing this.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's Lance Paul Walker says that when the trainer or whoever the health guy is there.
Yeah, and there's like, you know, like how many true or false? My holding up fingers. He's like, true. And, like, this is the kind of tonal stuff that's insane in this movie, because the movie's kind of playing, like, oh, these guys are, you know, going through injuries, and the coaches make them force through injuries. But, like, even their own, like, buddies are, like, forcing them to go through, like, I guess brain trauma isn't really an issue back in the 90s, because they hadn't invented concussions yet, but, like...
It's not really a problem. It's just like, being weak.
Yeah. It's like, they do end up winning the game, and they show, like, like, you know, Bud Kilmer, the coach, he has like a statue of himself in front of school. So just a John Voight statue in front of it.
Which is rad.
He chews out Vanderbeek for reading books, and was like pissed at him, like, you know, like her being like not dedicated to football. I was like, if your daddy hadn't played his ass for me, I'd cut your ass.
Yeah. I love that.
And, you know, in the locker room, game's over. So, you know, the coach is like yelling at the team some more. Paul Walker is like downing some painkillers. And then we cut to the house party.
Yeah, we go right to a house party, and it's you know, this is where we get more into the teen movie part of it, or the part of when I think of teen movies, American Pie.
And I think these sequences of the house parties are pretty effective. Like Billy Bob is like feeding his pig bacon beer.
Oh yeah, it's chugging it. It's awesome.
And some like girls are talking about, like, oh, is it your pig, a girl or a boy? I was like, oh, it's clearly a boy. Look at the massive sausage. Paul Walker's getting all kissy with Allie Larter, so you like move off to the laundry room to like, you know, hook up.
Yeah, she'll be his wide receiver.
Yeah. and like she's dressed all like you know, it's so like she's just dressed like, you know, like I don't know, like a 90s teen movie girl dressed at a party. And Vanderbeek makes a crack at Amy Smart, like, oh, why don't you dress like that? And Amy Smart's like, I don't want to look as cheap as her. I'm like, you don't look that much different. I'm sorry.
You're basically in, like, there's not really a degree of separation here, yeah.
Yeah. And at the party, like, there's, like, Scott Caan and Jim Bob, or Billy Bob. They run to, like, there's this old guy who's, like, not an old guy. He's, like, a middle-aged guy who's, like, a legacy from the team. And, like, this guy is, like, deep on the Norwood scale. He's, like, balding. And he's been coming to these football parties for decades, which, I don't know, that's pedophile alert. Like,
it's really weird, especially if you're coming, like, I think there might be one other older person there, but, like, he's, like, talking up people. It's really weird.
Yeah. And, like, it's funny, because, like, usually with, like, high school movies, like, there's, like, some younger classmen and stuff like that, but, like, this one, everyone seems to be 18. Like, everyone seems to be, like, you know, in the grade 12. Like, no one seems to be, like, you know, 16 or something.
There's no juniors or freshmen or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you know, so, like, everyone actually, in reality, there'd be some, like 14-year-old kids at this party getting drunk, and this old guy's just hanging around.
It's definitely raises a lot of questions. But yeah, what they do with this old guy was also a surprise to me.
Yeah. So Scott Caan gets a baseball bat and gets the guy to hold like a potted plant over his head while Billy Bob's filming it, and just smacks him right in the nuts with the baseball bat.
And he like really swings. Like I think if he missed, he would have like busted his shin or something, because I thought they were just gonna like push him over, but they really sock it to him.
and the flower pot falls on the ground, shattering, and like they make a comment like, "Oh, we're like America's funniest shots in the nuts," which is all that show pretty much is.
Well, yeah, that's what the best of it is.
Yeah.
Give that man the $10,000.
Is that show still going?
I think it comes back every couple of years, if not. It's almost usurped by, YouTube and ridiculousness and whatever that one that's just ring home videos is.
So the latest episode came out on January 4th of 2026 called Animals Being Jerks.
Creative.
So it's been on for 36 seasons and 824 episodes.
Yeah, so it's not really slowing down that much.
Yeah.
There will always be people getting hit in the nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're right. I was surprised YouTube hasn't eaten its lunch yet.
Yeah, somewhere it's going to dry up, but I guess, there's people that still pay for cable, so.
Yeah. And so, like, in the laundry room as, like, Paul Walker and Ali Larter are hooking up, she turns on the dryer for extra vibration.
Yeah, I think she made friends with the dryer a long time ago. She didn't even hesitate to turn it on.
Yeah. And, like, Billy Bob is playing quarters with Amy Smart, and Amy Smart is like winning this game, and Billy Bob has to do like a Boilermaker shot, and like which makes him need to puke. I haven't played quarters in a long time. Next time we party, we should do some quarters.
I enjoy quarters. I've never played it with bomb shots like this.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting bomb shots, but like I think we should try some quarters sometimes. Because like,
sounds good.
I was thinking, it's like, would I be as bad as Billy Bob, or would I be like a pro like Amy Smart?
Yeah. Are you more of an Amy Smart or a Billy Bob? I guess we'll find out.
Hopefully I don't die young like Billy Bob.
R.I.P. Billy Bob.
Yeah. And so Billy Bob like runs off, he needs to puke, and he goes in the laundry room and just pukes in the washing machine.
Right. That's so nasty.
And like as Paul Walker is like inside Ali Larter, like
yeah, like about a foot and a half away from them. It's great.
Yeah. And like he's now sobered up. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to drink again.
Puke and rally, let's go.
Yeah. Which, like, this sounds weird. I feel like there should be an extra scene because like, the party just ends, like, and now we're on to the next scene. Like,
it's immediately, the next day at practice or whatever.
Yeah. And coach is like yelling at Mox for not running his specific offense. He's like grabbing his helmet. He's like doing a whole face mask, grabbing his mask helmet and just dragging him around, yelling at him for not running like my dumb like run first offense. Like big Urban Meyer vibes, just attacking his own players.
Pretty much.
And like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's got to be a cliche, right? Of like the a quarterback not allowed to like do whatever he wants because this is a run first offense on this team here. And like that's so boring. Like
yeah, like you should. I mean, I was sort of thinking about it, and it's like maybe they're just trying to make sure this guy actually knows the basics, but he's never gonna play him, so you might as well just let him do whatever.
Yeah, and like it's not like Mox as a player kind of fucks it up a lot. There's a comment of, like him making a couple turnovers in the game later on, but like this guy seems like be a pretty capable quarterback.
Yeah, and like I think when he actually applies himself, he's able to do it.
Mm-hmm. And so like we go to like a barbecue next, and like Mox's family, Lance's party, like are all like eating together, and Mox's dad is ridiculed by all his friends for his son being a backup. Yeah,
like they're like, well, he'll never be good as my boy Lance. He's the number one.
Yeah, and like and then at this barbecue too. Notice, I think it's Lance's little brother is played by Jesse Plemons.
Baby Jesse Plemons. I did see him.
So young.
He looks exactly the same.
Yep. It's like, so funny.
It is crazy how little his face has changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like other than that period of time where Jesse Plemons gained weight for Fargo, like he's looked the exact same.
Yeah, it is very cool.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Oh, he's such a good actor. Did you watch Begonia?
I haven't seen that one yet. I just saw something else with him last week, though. Or he showed up in it. Anyway, he's great.
He's incredible in Begonia. He's probably the highlight of the movie for sure. So like Mox's dad and Lance's dad, there's like doing some football plays like. And Mox's dad just completely humiliates himself by running a bad route and like hits the fence.
Yeah, it's all of it is kind of stupid, and and then they're like, all right, let's do the William Tell thing.
Yeah, it's like almost like like my dad can beat up your dad, but more like my son can be better at football than your son.
It's really bizarre because like it it seems like it's just the two dads into it at first, but then everybody's into it.
Mm-hmm. And we get this one insane stuff. It was when Lance's dad asked Mox, like, "Are you better than my boy?" Like, James Vanderbeek says his face is like blank, and we get the Jaws dolly shot of like when Chief Brody is like, "Oh my god, there's a shark in the water."
Yeah,
it's just him. It's an insane shot. I posted on Bluesky on Twitter. It's just like the funniest shot. Like
it's reaction. Like it looks like he's about to become homicidal or something. Like I don't know what they're trying to.
So the dads put beer cans on their head, and the sons are throwing the footballs to knock them off. And Paul Walker easily does it, and James Vanderbeek lets it get to his head and fucks it up and hits his dad right in the face. And the screen flashes red like a Kill Bill alarm.
The fade to red, I loved it. It was just like an early '90s Game Over screen to me.
Yeah. To be fair, there's not a lot of even NFL quarterbacks I would trust them to make that throw.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know, let's say you wanted the William Tell thing with an apple with Josh Allen. Would you trust a player like Josh Allen not to completely tear your head off with the strength of the football?
That's what I mean. If that ball, he's accurate enough, sure. But if that ball hits my head, yeah, my head is now 20 feet beyond my body. So
it's a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Yeah, exactly.
And this next scene is absolutely insane. So it's a sex ed class.
This one had to be mandated by MTV Films. They must have been this goes in the movie. I don't care where, but it has to be in there.
So the teacher there, she's a very sexy teacher, and she's telling the class we're gonna get the right terminology this time. So everyone say penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina,
and Billy Bob has his hand up for every time she prompts something. He's really trying to get into it, and
and she asked the class, need some slang for the male erection because we're going to destigmatize using the proper terminology. And the dweeb in the front row is raising her hands boner.
What about boner?
And she's oh, boner is good. Everyone's just laughing at this guy, and it's oh, what's my other terminology too? So James Vanderbeek raises his hand, and this seems out of character for Mox too, him being this cock in a class clown. And so he starts oh, what's some other terms for the male erection? He's oh, the male erection, we're pitch in a tent, sporting wood, the icicle is formed, the march is on. He's oh yeah, that's good. And he keeps on going stiff, stiffy, Mr. Mortis, rigor mortis, all set in, flesh rocket, Jack's magic beanstalk, tall Tommy, mushroom on a stick, Mr. Mushroom Head, purple-headed yogurt slinger, and Pedro.
Yeah, and then the whole time this teacher is just doing the what sort of facial expression,
and she's almost seems aroused by the fact he knows all this stuff. And purple-headed yogurt slinger is the best one of the lot. That's a really funny one.
I like that one. Yeah, that one.
But also she's asked what an erection is, not just what ejaculate is.
It, as I said, it really just doesn't fit whatever they're trying to make his character that he's the one to answer this question.
This is something that Tweeter should be doing. Scott
exactly.
Caan should be saying this out loud. Or even give it to Paul Walker. Give him some more character.
It definitely would have fit Tweeter.
Honestly, it should be that that Mox is the one that just says boner. And then they gave the comedic ring off all these funny ones to anyone else.
It would have balanced it a lot better, yeah.
And Billy Bob, a bit of a buzzkill, he returns with the washroom after splashing with water in his face. He's completely sweaty and he passes on the floor. Desks go all over the place. He's not doing well. And Coach Kilmer goes to see him, and he's clearly definitely suffering from some CTE concussion stuff.
Yeah, and he's been assessed by the nurse, and the coach is well, surely that doesn't really matter. You're still going to play, right?
Yeah, he encourages him to suit up for the game later on.
Yeah.
And even during the game, Billy Bob was taking oxygen during the side.
It really is crazy. That no one's been yeah, this is normal and good. The guy's struggling to stay sitting. Let's keep putting him in the game.
Yeah. And because Billy Bob's all fucked up, he passes out mid-game, which causes Lance to get completely demolished by the opposing defense. And after Lance gets completely injured on the ground, his knee, he's writhing in pain with his knee. Lance's dad in the crowd says "Lord, don't do this to me." It's fuck off, guy. Your son's in pain.
Yeah, he feels his whole his life is ending, even though it's his son who's, obviously way more hurt.
Like, Ali Larter is crying, and it's clearly a knee injury, and so Mox is put in at quarterback, and everyone's like, oh, fuck, we're going to lose this game now. Like, fuck Mox. Everyone hates Mox. And Kilmer tries to give him some encouragement, and no parents in the crowd believe in this guy at all.
I did think I was actually surprised that Kilmer's like, yeah, man, I'm behind you. You got this. Like, I thought he was going to be like, don't fuck up. But
same.
He tries.
Mm-hmm. And Kilmer's all pissed off because he's not like, running the ball right away, even though what Mox is doing is completely working, which is like hucking the ball and doing trick plays.
It's the gadget plays that win you. But yeah, he just like really needs total control of his team, I guess. He doesn't want to see Mox win him the game anyway but his.
And like Mox wins every game except for one throughout this whole movie. It's not like what he's doing is a bad thing. Like,
yeah, like as I said, it's the confusing tone. They kind of make him seem like he's this inept player, but he does fine.
Like, I feel like with Mox, if they had like him being the actual intellectual they try to say he is, but have him be like, he knows the playbook so well, so he knows more complicated plays. He can like just do a lot more quick things. He can think a lot faster. He can read defenses faster. But they don't really do that because they don't really care much about the actual mechanics of football itself in this movie.
Yeah, the only thing they really kind of draw attention to is his like clock management. And the way he manages it is by beating the opponent's mascot with the ball at any opportunity.
They should do that more often in real football games. Like,
absolutely.
Like Josh Allen should just take out Billy Buffalo just in the game, just like kill his own mascot.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite football plays ever. This was like 2017 when Brock Osweiler was a quarterback for Texans or Broncos, and he's like throws like a moon ball and like knocks a cheerleader right in the face with it.
That was one of the most memorable ones. It's way out of bounds and it's perfect.
I don't think he was trying to throw it out of bounds too. I think he just had no accuracy. So at the hospital, Lansing at the hospital, and Lance's dad learns from the doctor it's going to take him a year and a half to recover, which will fuck up a scholarship because there's a lot of scar tissue in the knee because he's been injured so much and just been injected with so many painkillers. And like Kilmer's aggressive and physical play styles like cause like all this like awful stuff just build up in the knee. And Kilmer's like, I don't know what he's talking about. Please complete ignorance on it. But Mox has seen the injections before, so he knows that Kilmer's doing some seedy shit. So Vanderbeek leaves, and Ali Larter's upset that her boyfriend is like, injured. And then it's like, oh yeah, like, like, hey, like, give me a ride to the party. Like,
yeah, let's go to the party.
like, you're not even like stay with your boyfriend for a little bit. Like, and there's like, I think there should be a scene where like, Lance is like, oh, like stay with me, Ali Larter, or like Ali Larter's like, or go home, I don't want to talk to you. Like, it's just she doesn't seem to like be like they seem to forget. Like, they don't really forget because like it's a big thing where she's now obsessed with James Vanderbeek because he's now the starting quarterback.
Yeah, it's like immediate change as we see in the car ride.
Yeah. Where he's driving, Vanderbeek's doing this like, oh shucks, golly gee thing, and like she's changing in from her cheerleader outfit to like a sexy dress, and he's like, oh, I don't want to look at you naked, and she's like, oh, like, I'm wearing underwear, don't worry, and she's like, oh, you're clearly not looking, you're so sweet.
And yeah, Mox says something like, he's like, oh, he's gonna be all right, and you guys love each other, so that's fine.
And she's like, things change, Mox. Like, I don't want to think about it right now. Like, you're like, and she starts asking like Mox's future with his girlfriend Amy Smart. And he's like, I don't really know. But like, he didn't really get much strife at this point between Mox and Amy Smart. And what's also kind of interesting with this movie, too, is like, I don't think Amy Smart and Ali Larter talk to each other once at all during the movie. But apparently they're real life best friends to this day because like of their time working on this movie.
That is so bizarre. I mean, I guess you'd think when one of them was in a scene, one of them wouldn't be around, so they wouldn't have time to be friends. But yeah, they don't really connect at all in that way. I was also half expecting during this scene that like they were going to get it in a car wreck or something because he's got to be distracted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she is like almost entirely naked at this point. And so like at this party, because like Vanderbeek's talking about like doing the right thing, and like she says to him like, you don't always have to do the right thing, Mox. We can do this anytime you want. Like she's clearly hitting on this guy when her boyfriend like just got into the hospital. Like,
yeah, still warm in the hospital.
Like they try to make her seem sympathetic, how she wants to go to town, so she's like latching her wagon to like a football star. But she seems like an absolute scumbag just by like the fact she's able to just forget about Lance this fast.
Oh yeah, it says a lot about her character, and that kind of makes it hard for anyone to like feel anything for her.
Mm-hmm. And it's like at this party, like she gets inside the house and goes inside the house, but like Tweeter's being bothered by some cops who trying to bust him for underage drinking. But like it seems like they're able to underage drink incredibly easy in this movie. Like Vanderbeek's able to buy booze like easily. When at the strip club, like people are buying them booze. Like
yeah, in fact, in that same scene, he goes to the corner store to buy beer, and the guy doesn't even charge him for it because he's the quarterback.
Which like there should be some dialogue here, like him like pretending to be someone else using a fake ID. But like when now he's like a celebrity in town because he's a quarterback. I feel like you can't get the quarterback to be the one to buy a beer now.
Yeah, you got to send someone else for that sort of stuff, or you're too important.
Yeah, and like
and then Tweeter at the party, completely insane, steals the cop car, like
with no consequences at all,
in sight of the two police officers, and yeah. It's so crazy.
And again, because the football players are celebrities in the town, there, it's not like the police can be like, I don't know who that guy is, like.
Yeah, it's just so It's like a whole different dimension of crazy at this point.
Yeah, and it's like Vanderbeek is like, Mox is like drinking his like 6-pack of like Budweiser or like that, and like he hears a cop car coming towards him, so he tries hiding his beer behind his back. And so like then he sees it's Tweeter in the car, and now he's joined by a bunch of other naked teenage girls, and Tweeter's naked himself.
Yeah, it's just a car full of nudity, 3 naked girls and Tweeter, and they're inviting Mox along to get naked with them. Yep,
and there's one girl's like leaning out the window, very boobily, and she's like, "Oh, like keep me warm," and it's like Vanderbeek's like gives her his Letterman jacket.
He's like, "Oh, here's my jacket."
Like, come on, read the situation, because this guy's willing to cheat on his girlfriend. Like, he's not against that whatsoever.
Yeah, it's odd.
And so Vanderbeek gets dropped off like Amy Smart's place. So he's like just like throwing rocks at her window. He bought a 6-pack of beer, and now he's only has 1 beer left. So he's like 6 beers in right now.
Yeah, he's flying pretty good for this moment here.
Yeah, so I have a conversation about how like, oh, I heard you play a great game. Like he's like, oh, it's very strange, and like strange to be a god now. Like she's like not like happy at all for him that he's
Yeah, she says it with a lot of venom, for sure.
Which is insane, because if you're backup quarterbacks, this is what your position is. So sometimes you will become the starting quarterback if something happens.
Yeah, I guess as soon as that happened, you have at least 4 girls just throw themselves at you.
Yeah, but like she's not even aware of the fact that girls are throwing themselves
at
him now.
That's like, true.
She's not even around. Like, she just seems to be like bitter that like, he's become important at work now. Like
that's kind of what it boils down to.
Yeah. So they're clearly not in the same space at all. And like, so we cut to a bar. It's like the sheriff and a trucker are talking about like the past and football games, and Kilmer's overhearing them. But the trucker guy, he's putting salt into his Budweiser beer.
I did not notice that, and now I understand it even less.
Yeah, because I don't think I've heard people of people. I don't think I've seen it happen. People putting salt in their beer to like, I don't know, make it taste better. But like, I don't know. I've never seen it actually happen in real life. I think it's an old person thing.
Maybe it is an old person thing. I'll salt someone's beer as a surprise maybe next time.
Yeah, next time I see you, I'll take one of your Anderson Golds and put some salt in it.
Salt it up like. For me. Yum, yum.
I was looking on Reddit, like, why do people like put salt in their beers? And the first response is like, you turn into a sports drink with the electrolytes.
Oh, there you go. That's fine then. That makes sense.
So like, there's another game happening, and after the game, Mox rips off a sign that says Mox is a fox, his handwritten, put in his car. He's with Amy Smart at this point in time. And the sex ed teacher drives by in a sports car. Like a very nice sports car.
Yeah, white BMW convertible,
And she's like, oh yeah, nice game, see you in class. And Amy Smart is like, oh, that's a nice car and a teacher's salary. And he's getting interviewed by a reporter, like live on the radio, about like emerging from Lance's shadow. And Lance is like listening to it at the hospital. Like, Paul Walker's holding a football with the cast on, like all sad looking, while hearing about his backup like taking a spot. And he's giving like the very basic canned interview responses about how like, I'm humble. Like, it's not just me. Like, I think it's not just me. It's a team sport. So I'm just one man.
It's the very much the, aw, shucks. Like, I don't know if I'll be as good as him, but I'm going to do my best.
Yeah. And Amy Smart is pissed off at him. And is like, oh, you're enjoying it too much. You're too into it. Like, I don't know. Like, what else is supposed to say? Like, it's the most humble thing you could possibly say whatsoever. It's not like he was, like, being, like bodacious and braggy and, like, a dickbag about it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't really know what the timeline of this is, but there's, like, 4 weeks of football left or whatever. Like, just let him have his moment.
Yeah. And also thanking God, why are you mad about that? Amy Smart's character is literally wearing a cross around her neck during the scene.
In the same scene, yes.
Yeah. It's like, Amy Smart's character is so underdeveloped in this movie, and like it's just so sexist the way she's portrayed, how she's just like bitter at the wrong things for no reason whatsoever. Like, it's just not a character. It's like, it's annoying.
I will say, like, as I said, they're still doing the gadget plays in the football game, which I approve of. He's like hurdling tacklers. It's just crazy football. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And Ali Larter, like, she asks Mox, like, hey, what time are you coming over? But she's not going to tell anyone else he's coming over at all. So, like, Mox goes to the variety store again, and, like, this time he's buying condoms. So, like, he's absolutely planning on, like, banging Ali Larter, which, like, is fully on cheating, because it's not like they broke up or anything. She just got kind of mad at him for, like, not being himself during interviews, being humble. And it's just, like, it's so, like, like,
he also runs into his brother at this time, his younger brother again.
He's like making comments of like Islam and Allah and stuff. Like,
I think he asked, he's like, would Allah nail Darcy if he could?
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like even if they had some line where like maybe like Amy Smart is like waiting until like marriage to have sex, like you could actually build something with this character. But it's just full on just like Mox just like, well, I don't know, I'm a big dumb doofus. I'm going to cheat on my girlfriend with like Ali Larter.
Yeah, I'm a quarterback. I can do whatever I want now, so let's do it.
And it's like, and he's like, the fact he's buying condoms to bring over to her, like he knows what he's up to.
Oh, yeah, like, absolutely. He's already committed.
Yeah, and like so, like Amy shows up at Ali Larter's place and like. He's kind of like, oh, I feel like I'm doing something illegal. And she's like, oh, well, not yet. And she's like, I'm going to make an ice cream sundae. Do you want one? Sure. Do you want whipped cream? Yeah, sure. And it's like she disappears in the kitchen. We hear the whipped cream sounds going. And she emerges fully naked with the whipped cream covering her breast and cooch. And has some cherries on the nipples.
Yeah, there was some work to it, that's for sure. And he's just kind of like, okay, no. He's into it for about 5 seconds. And
he starts kissing her. They start kissing. And he's like, oh, no, wait, I can't do it. Like, and he's like, okay, well, there's Lance, and there's Jules, like, there's your boyfriend, there's my girlfriend. And like, he's like, oh, I'm not sure if I love Jules or not. And Larter does a whole thing where none of this is about love. She wants to leave this town by being a girlfriend to a football star because she's going to be stuck managing a Walmart and caring about football in a town. And like, there's other ways to get out of town other than marrying a quarterback. Is it like, I don't know, like one person gets out of town a year because they married a quarterback, women are stuck in this town forever? Like,
they just have no chance. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Like, they don't even like bring up like, oh, she's bad at her studies and like, she needs to do this because she's flunking school or something. Or like maybe she doesn't want to be like her mother who's like locked into this town either.
Yeah, she's just convinced that this is the only way. And James Van Der Beek says something like, I almost always follow for the whipped cream bikini move or something.
Yeah, and like, so actually apparently for the bikini, they use shaving cream instead of whipped cream.
Delicious.
So stay in place. Yeah. That'd be such better if he starts like sucking off all the whipped cream. So like, they sit down on the couch. She's getting whipped cream and vaginal juices all over the sofa. And he wraps a blanket around her, getting whipped cream all over that. And like,
it's at this point, it's basically like ruin as many surfaces as you can.
Yeah, and like, he's like, oh, he simply says like, I think you'll be able to get out of this town all on your own. And then next scene, it's not even just like, them having a conversation about like the real like concerns in life or inquiring deeper, or like like, hey, let's come up with a strategy, something like that. It just ends.
It's like, hey, pull up your bootstraps. Bye.
Yeah. Like, I feel there could be a great scene of them understanding one another, like where they come from and stuff like that, their fears, insecurities. Not as like they're there, like a pat on the back, like,
That's really all you get.
Yeah. So the next day, Mox is talking to Wendell Brown. He's like the black running back for the team. He mentioned something about the coach being racist and like not letting him score touchdowns. He averaged like 133 yards a game. Like, he always gets at the red zone. He's always giving it to the white wide receivers for a touchdown instead of the coach. That was fucking up his college recruiting. And Mox is dumb, so he never realized the racism at all. But he's like, oh yeah, I'll get you some end zone action. Apparently, this guy who plays Wendell Brown, apparently he was an undrafted free agent for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, crazy!
And then he got injured, so never played.
Oh, all right. So then, well, I mean, I believe him as a football player, so I guess it worked.
Yeah. And so he runs into Ally Larter again in school, and she's embarrassed, and he tries to comfort her, like, oh, we're just friends, we're just even closer than we ever were before. And then she kisses him goodbye, right on the lips a couple times, gives him a couple big smacks in the lips.
It's like 2 big kisses right in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah. And Amy Smart is, of course, watching, and, like, she's all upset, as she should be, because her boyfriend is openly trying to cheat on her.
Yeah, she's making out with her, his supposed friend's ex-girlfriend now.
So, like, all of the football guys are going to meet up in the parking lot, and, like, there's a restaurant that Amy Smart's working, like, the window at, and so Mox tries to patch things up, and Amy Smart brings up, like, oh, did Ally Larter do the whole whipped cream bikini trick? Like, that's how she got Lance. So, like...
Yeah, so that was something else, like, so I'll just ask you, do you think Ally Larter's character told her that, or do you think Lance told her that? Or do you think that was just, like, girl talk? Or does everyone know that that's just her move? Like, how specifically did you find that out?
I don't think women don't talk to each other in this universe.
Yes, that's correct. Right.
So it has to be something, just heard a rumor about it.
Yeah, must have filtered out through a guy and then come back to her.
Yeah, because this movie does not pass the Bechdel test.
I believe that. Because
they don't talk. They have no conversation. So, like, it has to be, like, I don't know, maybe the women pass notes to each other because they can't speak to one another.
They have that forbidden, it's not women talking. It's,
They should have, like, like the movie Women Talking, but have it be about all the girls in West Canaan from this movie.
They finally get to, share some of their plight with each other.
Yeah. Instead of being about trying to escape this Mennonite community because of, like, sexual assault and rape, they're trying to escape this community because they're not allowed to talk to one another and they don't want to be trapped in this football town forever.
They're not allowed to develop as people at all.
Yeah, they're not allowed to leave the city. And so, like, yeah, also, like, I don't know, so Ally Larter's done this whipped cream bikini thing a few times before. Like, how much practice has she done with it? Does she know, like, the best whipped cream for it? Does she practice for it in the mirror? Like, how long would it last in the proper formation? Because whipped cream would eventually get pretty runny, right?
I would think so. I think the body heat and it would sort of slide off. But I mean, she had the cherries ready, so she was prepared.
Yeah. Do you think she always, like, has a jar of, like, cocktail cherries in the fridge ready to go for that reason?
Just primed for whoever she's entertaining. Absolutely.
Also, I feel like, I don't know, if you're putting it around your genitals, you probably get, like, an infection if you're doing it that often.
Yeah, I mean, she's clearly experienced it enough times, so I would... Garner should be like, okay, just start there, get rid of that stuff quick. Like, I don't know.
Like, she goes to her OBGYN and is like, yep, it's another infection there. You told you, stop putting, like, Ready Whip around your vulva.
Yeah, sorry you have a lactose infection again.
So Amy Smart chews him out for, like, fucking up the relationship, which, correct. I don't think that they have a good relationship at all. They can't talk to one another. But she, like, gets him to, like, leave, but is like, oh, look who we have here. We have Jonathan Mox, the quarterback. Like, come give him attention. So he gets all embarrassed, so he leaves the rest of the boys. And so they go to the strip club in town called the Landing Strip. And when they're there, they have a whole table there. Of course, so, like, all of them at a strip club. I'm not sure what the strip club laws are in Texas, but, like, clearly they are able to get in, no problems. Everyone knows who they are. And another table buys them a round of drinks, despite them being underage, too. Like, and Lance is there partying them with this time. So, like, all the boys are all the speaking characters in this movie on the football team.
Therefore, the stars of the team, yes, because they have names.
Yeah, you're not getting the defensive end to join the party. Like, it's just the speaking guys. And so they have a game tomorrow, but they want to keep on drinking. And Billy Bob gets all riled up once he sees a stripper on the stage. So, like, he takes off his clothes and just gets on the stage and starts dancing with the stripper.
When I first saw this, I was like, okay, this is definitely the most memorable part of the movie. But it wasn't.
And so the bouncer boots him out pretty tactfully, like, offering him a drink to leave. And it is like, next up, it's whatever, our next talent. And Hoffer Teacher by Van Halen starts playing. And next stripper's up. And she has, like a chalkboard behind her, I forget what it says on it. But the boys realize pretty quickly it's her sex ed teacher. And she knows, it's like, oh my God, here are my students.
Like, in the front row, no less, yeah.
So I have a lot of questions about this.
I bet you do.
So... if you're a stripper in a small town, why would you work in your own town as a stripper? Like, well, if you're a teacher, if you're moonlighting as one.
That was one of the first things. I'm like, I don't know if this was the next town over, because they did, like, carpool there, but either way, they seemed well known enough to get free drinks, so it didn't seem the smartest way to do this.
It has to be in town, right? Because a neighboring town would have their own football team that they'd be buying their drinks for, right?
That's right, yeah.
And my other question is, if you're a teacher moonlighting a stripper and want to keep it secret, why would you make your persona a teacher stripper?
A teacher, yes, absolutely.
And even if you're doing that, like, why would you? Again, the whole part of the persona is you have the Van Halen song playing too. So it's not even just like you're like just like hinting towards being a teacher stripper. You are that. And like they make the comment, like Amy Smart makes a comment earlier about like, you know, oh, like how's a teacher afford a sports car like that? So is she just stripping so she can afford a sports car?
Like why not just do that then? Like why even teach if you're clearly making more in that department?
Yeah, like I feel like if there was like something where, I don't know, this teacher, again, women aren't characters in this universe. Someday we'll have you on for a movie where women are characters.
Someday.
American Pie, that's not the case.
I'm sure there's one out there.
There might be, yeah. I'll have to do some deep searching for that. But like, I don't know, if the teacher had any character at all, and it's like, I don't know, like, I need to get like little Sally to afford expensive daycare for my kid or something like that, and I had to teach and strip or something. But like, no, it's just a sports car,
just so she can have nice things.
And so the boys are sitting down, like so she sits down at the table with all the boys there, and like they're all like, you know, don't worry, we're 18, like we've been with older women before too. They're all complimenting her. I don't think she's like smiling too, like she's kind of happy to be around them, but she doesn't have anything to say. And so they're all hungover as fuck. They're leaving the strip club at 7 a.m. in the morning.
They stayed there the whole night. Yeah, it is crazy.
Like, I love nudity, but like being there that long, Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
I mean, I guess if you're not paying for drinks, it makes it easier, but...
True, yeah. Do you think the guy who bought them drinks kind of pissed off? Like, fuck, like they've been here like drinking so much now. Like, I thought they were gonna have like 2 rounds and leave.
Yeah, and then we're losing all this money. They're not even paid for dances.
And then, yeah, hopefully the guy who bought them all drinks is executed by the coach because like they are horrible dog shit the next game.
Oh, it is as bad as a game as you can see. This is finally where we see some defensive plays by the other team because they're just getting crushed.
Completely murks. These guys are all haggard and hungover. They're playing the Justin Herbert Chargers in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's about the summary of it.
And like they lose the game 20-3, and Coach Kilmer's yelling at them right this time, and like he's reaming them out completely. And says the comment, "You poisoned my team, son." And like Voight's like knocking over the Gatorade in the room. So Mock's like, "Your daddy was a no-talent pussy, but at least he listened."
Yeah, so he's rightfully pissed out. He's like, "You crossed my perfect season." And
you fat fucking baby.
It's brutal.
It's like, why are you crying? He like yells at Billy Bob to get the fuck out, get his fat face out of there, get the fuck out. And at home, like Mox's dad's yelling at him some more too. And he's chilling him out for like drinking before the game. And he's like, "You wasted the opportunity of a lifetime." And like, playing football in West Canaan is not the opportunity of my life. And then he has the iconic line in the movie is like, "I don't want your life.
I don't want your life, Dad."
Yeah. And then this good dramatic scene is cut short by the Shiloh brother dropping off Billy Bob's pig at the house. And like, it's like, I was like, you know, oh, Billy Bob wants you to raise this pig now. And like, Mock's like, oh shit, maybe Billy Bob's suicidal right now, and goes to see what's up with him. So he gets to the school and he gets like, Billy Bob, he's drunk, has a shotgun, and he's shooting all his football trophies. I think that the guy who plays Billy Bob in this movie, blanking his name right now, Ron Lester, he's probably the best actor in this, best performance of the movie.
I do really like this scene. It's like, you really do feel like he's just looking back at how much he feels like he's screwed it all up. He looks genuinely pained.
Yeah. And he's like talking about like Billy Bob's like how forces little kids to play football. Like they're almost treating it as like they're child soldiers being forced to go into conflict in some African like war zone. Like,
we never had a chance. It changed us.
Yeah. It's like riding in Metal Gear Solid 2. Like
yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah. And Mox is like, you know, oh, who gives a fuck about football? And Billy Bob's like, I care about football.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It wasn't fun, but I care.
Yeah. He feels guilty for letting the coach down. The coach treats him like a son. He feels guilty for letting Lance get injured. And he convinces like he convinces like Billy Bob, like, you know, let's just, you know, play football for ourselves kind of thing.
Yeah, let's not kill ourselves.
And then James Vanderbeek grabs a shotgun. There's a sign for Bud Kilmer, like a meet and greet for Bud Kilmer by the goalpost. And Vanderbeek pumps the shotgun, aims it, shoots it right at the head of the sign.
Blasts it wide open, yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, it's like, you're going to assassinate the coach next to you?
That's
awesome.
Almost where I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was totally changing gears. Like, oh, the coach is the problem for this whole city. Let's kill him. Like,
that would be, okay, that's my Varsity Blues. Like,
right. That's where I thought it was going.
They kill the coach and they have to, like, you know, cover up the murder. The town's shittiest cops who, like, let a tweeter steal their car all the time.
Yeah, see, it could be, you could play it either serious or comedic.
Yeah. And it's another breakfast scene at the Mock's house, and the dad's chewing out the weirdo little brother for being into religion instead of football. Mox receives a letter for a full ride to Brown University. And the dad's like, whoa, like, hold your horses there. Don't go to Brown. Go to Gilroy University, some fake place, for a chance to play some football instead. Like, his dad cannot fucking read his own son at all. Like, clearly, yeah, he already did the I don't want your life thing. He does not want to play football, clearly.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, how do you not just jump up and down when you hear that? Like, you're getting a full scholarship for your son. Like,
to Brown of all schools. It's not even like some like fake school. Like, it's the only real school in the movie.
Yeah, that's right.
And then at school, Billy Bob goes up to Mox like, "Oh, I got my cats, my cats have been scanned, so I'm ready to play football." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, well, cat scan, I get it.
Yeah, I get it. You're the dumb one, and your brain's mush from all the football. Follow him.
Let's put you back in there. And Billy Bob and Mox run into the stripper teacher, and they make a pact of secrecy. And this scene is just kind of undercut where Billy Bob's like, "Oh no, well, we will all keep your secret that you're a stripper." And Billy Bob's like, "Hey, do you want to go to the prom with me?" And like,
yeah, he does kind of.
And I thought this movie was going to be just sexist enough that would be a prom scene at the end of the movie where like everyone kind of like, reconciles, and Billy Bob does go to the prom with the teacher.
I thought totally there'd be like a cheeky thing, like she gives him a little kiss on the cheek or something like that, but no.
Or like in the ending monologue ends up that Billy Bob and the teacher like marry each other or something.
Yeah, totally. I could have seen it.
And so yeah, at practice, Kilmer's yelling at Mox yet again, because that's all he does, and he's like, says, "If you screw up my game plan, I will adjust your transcripts and fuck up your future."
Yeah, hey, threats are a good motivator in this universe, apparently, because like that is such an insane thing to say. Be like, yeah, I'm just going to ruin your future because I care about this one game.
And like, if I was Mox, I would go to the guidance counselor, like, "Hey, like, the psycho racist coach is threatening me. Like, I'm not asking to take proactive action against him. Just like, keep my transcripts like locked in a drawer or something like that. Yeah. Just don't let him touch them.
Make sure my record is like secure, and maybe note what it is right now."
Yeah, just like, but like now the big dilemma movie is like, Mox goes up to Amy Smart and like, just like, "Hey, got into Brown." She's like, "Oh, cool, whatever." And it's like, but like, if I don't play by Kilmer's rules during the game, he's gonna fuck up my scholarship. Well, then quit. It's like, I can't quit. Then play. Well, I can't play. You don't understand. And like he's. Man, just like, yeah. He wants to break the cycle, like, because like Kilmer will just like raise the next group of like beaten up athletes.
Yes, exactly. It's like I can't have what I want and I can't do what I have to do type thing.
Yeah, and like says to him like, "Oh, like, you want some cheese with that wine? You're a whiner." It's like, why don't you just? Which like, come on, like he has a good point. It's like, she's like, "Why don't you just step up and play the hero?" It's like, "Oh, heroes win. What if I lose?" And like, I don't know, like the Amy Smart stuff does not work for me in this movie at all.
No, it's just, as I said, like it's not even the first, or it's not the last scene like this where it's like, I don't know what we should do. I guess we should do it. Okay, we did it. Like it just is like there's like a second of hesitancy, and then they go and do the thing anyway.
Mm-hmm. So like the game is about to begin, so the coach has them all in the room. They're doing their prayer, and Kilmer hypes them up, being like, "The next 48 minutes is gonna be the next 48 years of your life." And like I'm always kind of surprised that high school football is 48 minutes. Like, I don't know, bump it up to an hour.
Yeah, just round it. Why not? They can handle the other 3 minutes a quarter.
Yeah, but I guess like maybe like because their bodies are smaller, prevent injuries and stuff. Like, I don't know.
It just seems I'm not used to it.
Yeah, you're not. It's football. You knew the risks.
Exactly. You're gonna get hurt. Just look at this guy.
Yeah, and the game is about to begin, and My Hero by Foo Fighters starts playing.
Yes, it sure does. We get that drum line and get ready for the hero.
And so, like, Kilmer says, like, "We are a running team. Go fetch me a championship." The opposing team has an early lead at 14-7. And, like, to close off, like, the half, like, the coach won't let him throw the ball because he's pure, like, "I don't want another fucking turnover." And he kneels
a really sad ending to the first. They just kneel it and basically admit that they're being crappy.
But like 14-7, come on, it's a one-score game. Like, it's not like you're that far behind.
Exactly. Like, it wasn't like you could have at least made it look like you did a play though, and didn't just been like, "Oh, he got taken down in bounds." I don't know. It just seemed. I get why the crowd's rightfully pissed.
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like the scores for this game, it should be like, 21-7 or something like that, or 24-7. It should be like bigger,
to really look like they're giving up prematurely,
and to have like a bigger comeback in the end. Mox's dad's pissed off in the crowd. Everyone's like completely pissed off in the crowd. Amy Smart's just looking blankly at him. And the staff is like ready to inject the running back Wendell with some medication so he can play the back half. And Tweeter, Mox, and Lance all bust into the room like, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, think about it, man.
And like John Voight says, you're going to listen to that gimp football.
Yeah, I wrote that line down because it was crazy.
Billy Bob threatens to rip the coach's arms and legs off and beat him with them if like he injects Wendell with the painkillers. And Mox does his ultimatum where like, you give him that shot, you're going to need a fucking quarterback. And he walks away. Tweeter refuses to take snaps for the game too. The whole team like rises up against the coach, and like they won't play unless the coach is gone. And this is the best part of the movie where John Voight Kilmer is like, "Why you little?" and starts strangling Mox. Like,
he just jumps on him, and like the look in his face before he like totally breaks and lunges at him is so good.
And he's like popping, like, he's like strangling like Homer and Bart Simpson. It's so funny.
It does take you right back to the cartoon. It's crazy.
And so, like, Kilmer's like, all right, we're going to get out there. Like, he's, like, clearly lost the team. John Voight plays his pathetic defeat so well. And he's like, he thinks he can get, like, hopes some people will actually follow him out the door, but no one follows him. He's all alone in the hallway.
He's doing this really, like, weak clap. He's like, let's go, boys. Let's show him what we got.
Yeah. And, like, he's kind of realizing his life as a football coach is probably over at this point. Like, if it was any other actor, they would probably not be able to do this character any justice at all, because like he has some humanity right at the very end where he's like, oh fuck, I lost it all.
Yeah, he's like, I'm walking out the door, I want y'all to trust me. And like you just feel the fear, and like he's really just desperate. And
so then Mox is rallying up his team. This is like, we're not going to the next 24 minutes are only going to be for the next 24 minutes, not the rest of our lives. We're not going to be defined by this. High school is just high school. Let's go be heroes. So the team rallies against him. The second half begins. Nitro by Offspring begins to play.
So you got to get another track in there, absolutely.
Yeah. Lance is now taking over the coaching job, so he has the headset on. Alex is calling plays in the huddle. Yeah, so now doing a lot better. They have momentum. Amy Smart's now looking up from her phone with some enthusiasm. Like, she looks so checked out in this movie.
She's pretty blank and flaccid for most of it, yeah.
Yeah, and the announcer's like on the radio, like where the fuck is that Coach Bud Kilmer? And we see John Voight. He's now in his office, like looking at his like accolades and trophies, looking all sad and resentful. We cut to see that insane statue of him outside the school yet again. And Billy Bob asks Coach Lance now, "Hey, can I play defense?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's do that." And so Billy Bob's now like playing defensive end or something, and My Hero by Foo Fighters plays again.
For the second time in like less than 15 minutes, I swear.
Yeah. It's crazy. And it's a punt play, and so Billy Bob just trucks through two guys, causes special teams to fuck up, allowing Tweeter to block the punt. And so the next play is Billy Bob's now back on offense. The team does a hook and lateral play, and to get Billy Bob a big fat guy touchdown. And
he breaks like 7 tackles or something. It's bonkers.
But also, like, would he even be an eligible receiver?
I don't really think so. We'll say that they signaled it and made it a thing.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he gets his touchdown there. The Coyotes win the district championship. Amy Smart runs up to Max, like, oh, I thought you only kissed heroes. And she kisses him. And then, Vanderbeek closes off the movie by monologuing, saying, he never played football after that ever again. Lance apparently wanted to become a football coach. Wendell got into his, got a scholarship to go to football school. Coach never coached again. The statue was kept into place because it was too heavy to move.
Yeah. Tweeter drank a lot of beer, I think was thrown in there.
Yeah. And then, Mox ends up going to Brown. And then it's like, the day was ours and no one will ever take it away. And then Run by Collective Soul plays over the credits.
Yeah, and that, as you said, that takes us to the credits. It's just like such a strange movie overall.
And like, I feel like there should be another scene with Ali Larter at the end. Like, what's she up to? Like, let us know like if she escaped town or not.
Yeah, like they do the follow up on like the guys, of course, but that's really all you get. And
because the women aren't people.
Like even that final game, it's kind of like the coach pushes his team too hard, they kind of break against him, and then they're like, yeah, football's the worst. Anyway, let's go win this game for us. It's like, oh, well, I guess they're still playing.
Yeah. So that's Varsity Blues. And so it opened at number 1. Opened at number 1. It held the spot for 2 weeks. It made $54 million off a $16 million budget, so it did make a good chunk of change. Pretty mixed reception, as we talked about. Like, basically, people were like, it's pretty cliche, good moments, but it doesn't really, like, build up to too much. But it was up for 2 Teen Choice Awards in 1989.
Oh, yeah.
It won, James Van Der Beek won Choice Movie Breakout.
Okay, sure. I guess. Yeah, why not?
And also was nominated for a Choice Drama Movie. It was just, so it didn't win. At the 1999 MTV Movie Awards, Van Der Beek won Breakout Performance.
Oof,
and it was also...
Must have been a lean year.
It was also nominated for Best Movie Song. I have to look up which one that song that is. Let's see. Song from movie, 1999. Oh, so, excuse me. So the 1999 MTV Movie Award for Best Musical Moment, the Varsity Blues song that was submitted was Nice Guys Finished Last by Green Day.
Oh, it's the one that's in it for about 8 seconds, if that.
And it lost to Armageddon for I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith.
I'm okay with that, actually.
But also nominated was Iris by Goo Goo Dolls for City of Angels.
Okay, come on. That movie, or that song, like, supersedes the movie. Like, people don't even know it's from a movie.
Is it even from a movie? It's written for the movie. Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Isn't City of Angels a remake of something? Oh, it's a remake of Wings of Desire.
I don't think I was just checking to see if that Green Day song was written for Varsity Blues. No, it definitely was not. Came out 2 years before. Because I was like, that is surprising, but nope.
And so I'm going to go to some of his categories too. So like, I want to see who James Van Der Beek was up against. Breakthrough performance or breakout performance. Let's see. Who did Van Der Beek win against that year? All right. So, oh my God, this is hilarious. So James Van Der Beek won Breakthrough Performance MTV Movie Awards for Varsity Blues. He beat Joseph Fiennes for Shakespeare in Love, which like wins Best Picture that year.
Yeah.
And Josh Hartnett for H2O Halloween 20 years later.
Okay, sure.
And Chris Rock for Lethal Weapon 4.
Ouch. That's hilarious.
Oh God, the MTV Movie Awards are crazy. They should bring them back. Or are they still going?
I don't think the network really functionally does much anymore other than reality TV. So, but maybe.
I don't. In the Teen Choice Awards, we should bring. I should bring them back. That should be my thing on the show. Is like I do the Teen Choice Awards.
The Teen Choice Awards,
because they haven't done this since 2019. So like I don't know, just sitting there, right? So I should probably just take the mantle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're pretty in touch with the teens. I think you can
exactly. I know all the teen lingo. I know 6'7".
Yeah. See. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. You put like 20 of those jokes in a row, and then there you go.
Yeah, 6'7", Labubu, do some flossing, Fortnite.
Yeah, I think they're still rizzing. So,
yeah. Are they still doing Skibbity?
You might be starting to date yourself if you went too heavy on the Skibbities.
Maybe I can bring Skibbity back. Maybe I can be the tastemaker for the next generation.
See, maybe that's what was missing. Instead of like the brother that was obsessed with starting his own religion or whatever was going on there, they should have just had him spouting like the memes of the day.
Like, what were the memes of the 90s back then?
Well, as I said, like MILF was just on the way up. I would say that would count, because that was really entering the zeitgeist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because American Pie would bring in the zeitgeist later on that year, I think. Because, this movie came out in January, so this was like a very early release. American Pie definitely came out in the summer.
Yeah, because it would have been around the same time. Yeah.
Another big 90s thing that happened. So, was when Billy Bob's crying during the football game. The reason why the actor said that he's able to channel the crying because he found out the day of filming that Frank Sinatra just died.
Wow. That's amazing. That is the perfect thing to use as a motivation. Yeah.
And that actor, Ron Lester, so he's in like another teen movie playing the exact same character, but this character's now named is Reggie Ray instead of Billy Bob.
Billy Bob to Reggie Ray, yeah. Kind of a lateral move, I think.
Yeah. Varsity Blues, it has a bit of a cult status because people kind of like, it's people kind of nostalgic for the soundtrack, the era the movie came out. Also, like, they did do something right with the obsession with football in Texas. And I think that's like a really effective part of the movie. But also, like, I think the movie as a whole is very, very clumsy. I didn't really enjoy it that much. It has some good parts to it, but just, it doesn't all come together. I think the critics were right at the point in time where it's just like some good parts, not a great total project.
Yeah, it's a really as I said, it really touches on a lot of things. If you've seen Not Another Teen Movie, you've seen this film in its entirety. There's just some really strange choices kind of throughout, but I can see it being like a, background movie to have on. Be like, oh yeah, now they're back at the football game for the 5th time, and
this would be an easy one to watch on cable or something. Like, it got a bit of people sort of, like, I've seen a lot of articles about this movie. Came out around 2021 because it got released on HBO Max, so more people were watching it on streaming. So like, that is kind
sort of a resurgence then, sure.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a nostalgia. I can imagine people being pretty nostalgic for this movie, especially like, if you grew up with it. And like, I think the authentic kind of town feeling is kind of a bit more of a newer thing for the football genre compared to like, I don't know, Remember the Titans, which doesn't really feel like that's trying to be like more of a period movie. This one's kind of be contemporary. It's trying to be like more modern, of like, maybe let's do some football drama that actually, like,
I think that is kind of where it shines, where it's just sort of like Anytown, USA, they've got some kind of crazy coach thing going on, but they all love football, and like, you probably know someone who maybe is as quite over the top as Tweeter with his lust for ladies, but you went to high school with someone like that to a degree anyway. Maybe he's not stealing cop cars, but maybe he stole his parents' car, something like that.
And also, like, this movie isn't trying to be like tackle like real issues like racism. Remember the Titans. Like, this movie's not really an issues movie. It's basically just about a town and an evil coach.
Yes, yeah. That, as I said, and that's where it kind of shakes out to me to really feel like it is a compressed teen drama series into a movie form, because it's like, they have the big games coming up, there's the big change, new quarterback, evil coach, and then like some stuff kind of just falls to the wayside because they didn't have time to flesh it out.
Like, I can easily see why they tried to turn this new TV show. You can absolutely see this like a Friday Night Lights style show, just like about like, same idea of like, but also like at the same time you're just saying Friday Night Lights, because Friday Night Lights is about a backup quarterback coming in for the guy with an injury and stuff, small town Texas. So like, they basically made this a TV show that's called Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, and I think that would be my recommendation, to watch this and then watch that, because you won't want to go in the other direction.
Yeah, like, this is like, and the Friday Night Lights movie is great too. That's also like feels even more authentic small town Texas, because like I feel like the drama of that movie is a lot more. They have better actors in it. It's better written. Yeah, I truly think that Ron Lester as a Billy Bob is like the best performance of this movie by far. Jon Voight's really good in this movie too.
Jon Voight does a great job.
Amy Smart, I think, is bad in the movie. Ali Larter, she's okay with it. She doesn't have much work to do. But like, yeah,
she's either like wistful or horny, and that's about it.
Yeah. But yeah. So, any more final thoughts on Varsity Blues?
I cannot believe they play My Hero twice.
I know, right?
It is so jarring that it, like, you're like, I swear to God, this was just on, and like, I almost had to pause the movie because I couldn't believe it. But yeah, the soundtrack is pretty good. You could listen to it and you'll know 90% of those songs. The vibe overall of the small town coziness is fun. It's got its weirdness with the little brother doing his cult thing. All the parents are insane in their own way. It does get a soft recommend on my side of things. Like, it's worth seeing, knowing that you've probably seen everything in this movie in one form or another somewhere else.
Yeah, I think a soft recommend for me too. It's like, I don't like this movie too much, but there's enough nice little moments, and like you're right. You've seen this movie influence a ton of other movies, so you've seen it done better in other movies. But like, it's interesting seeing it all in one spot like this. Also, it's kind of fun. It's like, someone like Paul Walker, who is not performing anymore due to death. So it's kind of fun seeing an early Paul Walker role.
Yeah, and like I had no idea about the leg breaking thing. It would really be interesting to see if that would have changed what the movie was like at all, considering that's what happens to him in the film.
Yeah. Do you think the director just took like a crowbar to his leg to get really in the role?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get you into character now. Kabam!
On the count of 3, I'm gonna bash your knee in. 1, 2, bash.
Congratulations! Now you know what it's like to be Lance.
Yeah. Do you think this will help me get the MTV Breakthrough Award? Yeah, we're submitting James, not you, Paul. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't put your name forward. Maybe next time.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining me, Jake.
Happy to. Yeah, this was a real ride to go through, and enjoyed talking about it with you.
Yeah. So this is Super Bowl week. So this episode comes out the Tuesday before Super Bowl. What are your Super Bowl predictions? Let's get this on the audio record.
On the actual record, yeah. Well, I think that there is going to be a play for the Seattle Seahawks where they are on the 1 yard line, mm-hmm. and they better throw the ball and prove themselves this time. Otherwise, it will be the most memorable football moment for Super Bowls again. So I really, really want to see it happen either way. I think that's basically what I want to predict.
I saw some betting site. They actually have, like, will the Seahawks throw the ball on the 1 yard line?
I love it, and I want to see it.
Look up some Super Bowl 49 highlights if you don't get this joke.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Seahawks are going to win. Like, I think the spread right now at this point is like 4.5. I think it's going to be a relatively tight game, but I think Seahawks are going to win in the end. And Sam Darnold's going to hold the trophy up.
Yeah, I'm going to also go on the record and say I believe the Seahawks have this one, but I think they have a really good defense, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring, boring Super Bowl. So I hope I'm wrong about that.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for following me. Anything you want to plug at all?
I don't have anything to plug just yet, but maybe by the next time I'm on, I might have something for you. There's a couple ideas I've been working on, but nothing that I'm brave enough to share yet.
Sure, sounds good. All right, you can follow me on Twitter, Bluesky, and Letterboxd at BWishart. You can also follow MoviePod on Twitter, Bluesky, Instagram, and YouTube. Next week's episode, I have Alex Burney, aka Like a Birdie, on. We're going to be discussing the 2003 cult film The Room.
Oh, that is a certifiable. You could talk for hours on that one. That's exciting.
It's like one of my favorite movies. I've seen it so many times.
I think I've only seen it a fraction of you, but yeah, that is a great
hope
choice.
So. I don't think anyone should see it as much as I have. Usually, like a movie like Star Wars, I've seen a million times because I grew up with it. But I watched The Room for the first time when I was like 18, and I've seen it like 50 times.
That is just a huge statement. I don't even know what to say to that.
It's just so much fun to expose people who've never seen The Room.
That is where it really shines, is letting other people sort of bask in its uniqueness and insane choices,
yeah. It's just a movie that, like, you just, like, watching your friend watch The Room for the first time is magical.
Well, looking forward to hearing about it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so until next week, thank you for listening, and take care.